Hi guys, it's Alice and Christina. Welcome to the channel, Blackbird Oracle. I'm super excited to be here. Happy 2020. I hope January is off to a great start. It is going to be quite an interesting 365 days in front of us, okay? I know a lot of you are feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. And I thought it would be fun to do something I haven't done, and that's kind of a forecast, a preview of a sense of maybe what's to come this 2020. Energy is constantly shifting and changing. The work that's been being done on this planet by the light worker community and those on the Ascension Highway, as I like to say, is just phenomenal. The Schumann resonance has been going like nuts and holding steady at these super high vibrations. And 2020 is set to be just insane in the best of ways. Of course, it depends on your perspective, but from mine and the perspective I want to share with all of you is it is going to just be fucking phenomenal, y'all. This week, New Year's, right? It might feel like things aren't feeling so new. Like they're kind of in a standstill, a void. And I feel like it's leading up to January 10th and the full moon, the lunar eclipse, all planets going direct, and Saturn and Pluto making this massive conjunction for the first time in 38 years. It's insane. And, we look back at 1920s, 100 years ago, it was the roaring 20s. And I was meditating and Spirit was kind of, joking around with me that this is the roaring 20s, but in a whole different way of what this roar is all about or how big it is. It is about a little bit about rebellion, but in a very different way. And I'm just super stoked. I feel like after January 10th, we're going to start getting a lot of truth, a lot of communication of truth, whether individually and collectively. Things coming to light to the masses. Hold on. I forgot my water and my tea, and I'm a little dry. Give me a sec, guys. Okay. So anyways, I pulled overall energy. What I felt guided to do was look at the year in kind of by season in fourths of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So I went and I pulled the overall collective energy for, let's just go with the seasons. Just for easiest sake for right now, right? And me not having to keep saying months or anything like that. So I was saying this week, the first part of January leading up to this full moon might feel like standstillish, right? And after that, there's a shift, and I'm going to come on and just do a January collective reading in the next few days. So be on the lookout for that. Before I jump into the cards, thank you. Last year was my beginning to put more energy and effort into the channel, coming out of my shell a little bit. And I know I was more successful than I had probably given myself credit for. I'm continually working on it. I want to do a lot of new, different things on the channel and not just do cards. So be on the lookout for that. I'm super excited for 2020 and where things are going for myself, for each and every one of you and the collective. And I'm just so grateful. And always sending you just shit tons of love, light, and gratitude. It is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. We are really looking broadly, right? Really collectively. And again, that's why I prefaced everything with having fun with this. We'll see what comes through and just kind of flow with the messages. It will be fun to look back to and see if anything was as we were shown. Okay. Everything is energy, and energy is constantly changing. I think that's it for right now. I, of course, have a ton of messages, but let me just see. We talked about that Saturn conjunct Pluto. That is really going to be a big one. And I will jump on and talk specifically about that. I think I'm going to have my beautiful soul sister, Tara at Optimistic Oracle, jump on with me, or we're going to do a video together to talk about the astrology, things you may be experiencing, share a little of our personal experiences. So I'm looking forward to an upcoming project and working with her to share more information and messages of guidance and love and higher consciousness. So again, this channel is just beginning, and I'm really, really thrilled that you're along for the ride with me. So I feel like Saturn conjunct Pluto is what's going to bring in some tower moments at the beginning of the year. And when I pulled energy cards, we got anxiety. I feel like collectively that's where this is in this standstill. Like, you know something's coming, but it's just not there yet, right? You can feel it and sense it, but it's just not there. I feel like collectively this can relate in many different ways. It relates for many career-wise, love-wise, family relationships. Holidays, I feel like this year really showed a lot of truth. People's true selves were revealed. And I don't, maybe not true selves. Maybe that's the wrong way of saying it. Maybe it's, you were really like, their ego was really showing, and it's kind of been like, enough is enough energy. And that was something I kept hearing last week, of just enough is enough. So, and that can always cause, these kinds of feelings. Allow them. The energy is so intense. Your physical body, Capricorn. We have 5 planets in Capricorn, and it is huge. Capricorn is the body, the physical body. So you might be having changes going through the physical body. Might be tired. Might feel like you're going a little crazy because you're seeing things that from a different perspective. But I love that this came in, that we are reminded that we have a legion of light supporting us. We have all of this love and light behind us, and you have it within you. And that's the way to overcome this, right? To allow this to go by seeing it through the eyes of love, that you're human first and foremost. Certainly not perfect, none of us, right? But I think we're going to really see collectively coming together in love as well. We'll see what else comes through. Let's actually, you know what? Let's just go. Let's do it this way. So we're right now in winter. I want to kind of look at the shadows here for some reason. I'm feeling guided to kind of look at maybe what collectively is triggering this anxiety. What's triggering collectively the anxiety first third of the month for the winter? That's finished. Thank you. Ooh, that popped. Oh, okay. No wonder I wanted it. Lower world. Yeah, there's a lot coming to the surface. Again, it's confronting the shadows, confronting the darkness. I have a feeling, a sense of really some very big things revealed to the masses with this energy, and it being a collective reading. That, again, this angel of love, that's what was coming through with this angel of love to me, is I'm just seeing this like kind of collective coming together in love. I think individually too, it's a lot of facing the shadows, taking off the rose-colored glasses and really just integrating. It's illumination, I feel like, collectively and individually. And we are going to be seeing this year more awakenings than we've ever seen within humanity. And it's what's part of this exciting time. But with that, triggers, right? Things have to come to the surface. And that's what I'm seeing individually and for the collective. I am not an astrologer, although that is one of the things. My intentions this year is to study and learn more about it. But I'm fascinated and excited to do that. And I know that there are things happening in the cosmos and with the planets that fully support what we're feeling, okay? What we're sensing coming in. Let's look a little more at this lower world. It's going into the subconscious. It's bringing what's in the subconscious and hidden to your awareness. And we're doing this individually. We have been doing it. There's a large number of starseeds that have been doing this work, and it is leading the way for what's to come, again, for numbers unseen before. And it has to happen not just individually, but collectively as well. It starts individually, independently, and then we move into interdependence. And we're going to see that movement this year with soul families, monads, soul tribes, light workers, those on the ascension highway working together, coming together globally. Because we're going to have systems fall, things being shown that we didn't think would be shown before. I feel like galactic assistance, something like that. Interesting. It's a lot. Individuals confronting, and that triggers a lot. So I'm getting to, with this angel of love, you guys, really working on coming from a place of unconditional love, understanding, compassion. It's important for us to, and when I say us, we're all one, but I'm speaking of the group that is awake and in ascension, feeling the call to step forward, maybe to speak out more, to start connecting the soul families and the soul tribes. I feel like this time coming in the winter, this lower world, this is a time where I'm seeing these little lights, you know, the gems, the treasures that are hidden in the depths of you. And the healing that needs to happen collectively and individually is within these depths. And it's not easy to confront them, but repressing them is not been working for quite some time now, right, y'all? So it's really important that we start getting this shit out in the open. Anything else with the lower world that we'll see? The winter. What else in the winter? January, February, March 2020. What are the messages for the winter of 2020? Whoa. Okay, y'all. So first thing off the bat, I noticed we have the Eight of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords was on top. So to me with this, with the lower world, is the feeling of being stuck. And again, this is collective and individually. We've been stuck, right? I've been stuck. You've been stuck. And we can look at ourselves as a society and it's been stuck. And so it's weird how messages are coming through tonight. It's very interesting. Again, it's the first time I've done a reading like this, so I wasn't sure. But let me know in the comments or just by liking it. So this is a sense to me of, it is this energy of being stuck here in the lower world, in the lower vibrations, of operating from the subconscious. And I'm seeing this Eight of Wands next in the middle of messages, incoming messages, messages from Spirit. Wands to me can be that divine downloads, right? But also it is communication in the physical too, within individuals and collectively. And it's fast moving energy. And it's funny because in my notebook, I wrote quick movement next to 2020. I don't know if you can see it, but I fill notebook after notebook. And that's something that my guides are like, it's time to open your damn mouth. So I'll be working on it, and I know they'll reach who they're meant for. So anyways, communication, right? And then this Eight of Cups. First thing, y'all, 888. 888. And the 4 in the lower world. In order to build the stable foundations, the strong, solid foundations, that is the 4, we have to find balance within, and that's how we bring the balance without. We have to accept that light, dark, one doesn't exist without the other, right? And so this is all about collective healing, individual healing, families healing. It's going to be a month that, or a winter that might feel rough at times, because we're moving. So to move out of this stuck energy, we confront, right? To move out of this Eight of Swords, this stuck energy, we confront it. And to me, for some, this could be childhood issues. Collectively, it's looking at history. It's looking at our past and bringing it to the present. It's a little bit because it's my passion, and one of the reasons that I'm here is it's healing our children. it's getting through this shit. So, and I picked this deck for a reason, but this to me is screaming child, our children. We can do better for them and by them. And it starts with us doing it for ourselves, and then it starts with confronting. It starts with the shadow work. But then there's going to be this communication, right, of feeling this way, of really just, this is how I've felt. This is how we've felt as humans. And what it opens up is, now we know, what do we need to walk away from? What isn't working anymore? What isn't serving us anymore, individually and collectively? It's really, really beautiful. Love it, y'all. All right, let's wrap up. Let's see. Let's wrap up. I felt guided to use a bunch of decks. So, you know, there we go. Let's get one more message about the winter for the collective. Going through all this. Ooh. Love this. New life. Okay. It's beautiful. It is about balance. It's a 3. We've got to, and my cards lay like this. So we've got that overall energy at the top. And then we have this that we just talked about in the middle. And then beneath it comes this message of new life. And I love that because it is really, I feel like the winter will be the clearing in order to really bring in this amazing new high vibrational energy into ourselves, into the people we interact with, into our work, into how we speak to each other, and therefore into rebuilding something better, you know, that we all deserve. Okay. I love that. So then we move into April, May, June, springtime, and guess who showed up? The man holding a heart. Love in the air. Again, we have this 4 changes in partnerships, I think, with what we see and what happens in the winter is what's going to bring in that clarity of really seeing things clearly, of seeing, you know, the value, the love in the people we choose and what we allow. And that starts when we add this together with that 9. That starts with self. And it is this, a lot of self-love. You know, we saw the angel of love. So really being in that place of self-love, because union within, union without. And union within, union without, and not just in, you know, a romantic partner, but collectively, career-wise, family-wise. Yeah. So let's see what else they want to tell us about the spring. What else would love in the spring for the collective? Do you want to share with us? What can we maybe expect to see in the spring in regards to love, partnerships? Beautiful. Sacral chakra. Look at, it's the 2, right? So emotional healing. Again, I think we're going to see a lot more of emotional healing, emotional maturity, being able to communicate about emotions from a place of love, being able to listen to someone communicate their feelings without a need to reply, but with the intent to understand. I think that's going to be something that we start seeing a movement towards within ourselves, within, again, the people we choose to have relationships with, even work, for some, and collectively how we speak to each other. Let's see what else. Anything else with the sacral chakra? Sacral chakra is water too. Spring, showers, seeing some things with water. Okay. There might be some, the sun came out. This is beautiful. Beautiful energy. I love this, and especially with the sacral and the spring, like I was saying, the water. But as I was saying, water, we've got the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords came out. And I feel like, again, that's just a little bit of, you know, having to face some shadows, the Empress came out as well. I love that with man holding a heart, because that's divine partnerships, divine sacred partnerships, whether that's twin flame, soulmate, or whatever label you choose to use. With the sacral chakra here, I feel like for many of you, that's about healing this from the past. There's, for a group of you, this person, whether masculine, feminine, although again, we see both, it's about balance. For these partnerships, there's a lot of healing that's going to happen. There is this emotional communication about the hurt. I feel like collectively, the way the divine feminine sits here and on top of these is we're going to see a lot more truth come out collectively from divine feminines. There needs to be a talk and of heartache and of fear and of isolation, of abandonment, of enslavement and disempowerment. I think that it's with things coming to light. In winter, what we see is spring, really the clarity and the truth, the need for truth and to speak our truths, whether, again, that's individually or collectively. Fucking rad, y'all. I'm just deciding what tarot. I'll pull a few tarot with this. I think with the feminine on top, I feel like the Triple Goddess Tarot would be fantastic right now. What else about the spring for the collective? Ooh. Magic. Judgment. Balance again. I love the Judgment showed up. Again, it's a lot of making the call, I feel like, of what we allow, what we will no longer allow. It's that 20, y'all. It's the completion. And then the Magician came out. So I said, whew, it's very intense energy. I think this is where we start to see the fruits of the labor. We start to see a shift. We start to see magic at its best. That it really exists. Whether, again, that's individually in that maybe it is, for some of you, it's a divine partner. Like, I'm looking at this, right? And it's kind of like the floodlight comes on with this person and getting this image of, like, you know, masculine, feminine, like, it's you. And then you've got this feminine in the Magician position, just all the balance, all the elements. She's in control of the energy. she's feeling, and above her sits the Empress, and above her sits the Sun. And it's just super powerful. I think this is really where the divine feminine begins to shine her light. It's amazing. Anything else with this Judgment? I feel like too, for some of you, it's just you finding your own balance. It's you overcoming the sadness, the heartache of the past, getting out of your own head. You know, it is, again, individually, it is partnered, and collective. Like, it's all working as one. Anything else with the Judgment? Love this. This is the Page of Pentacles. Some incoming messages again. More communication, maybe studying. For some of you, it might be a big change in career path I'm getting, in that, like, the light turns on of no more being afraid. I'm just going to fucking go for it. And you get to work. Creating, co-creating, being the magician. And I feel like it's maybe a little bit collectively with the divine feminine energy I'm getting, like the divine feminine rising of maybe divine feminine now is beginning to be taken more seriously. And I think that's part of the divine feminine. We're going to see more and more of us speaking, because there has been manipulation around the intelligence, the strength of feminines. Anything with the Magician. Or the Page of Pentacles. And with this Pink Pentacles, I see it in the physical world. Again, like the light switch, it comes on in really how the Queen of Cups. I love that. And as I was going to say, in really how powerful the divine feminine is. How distorted she's been when she is strength and she is intelligent but she is emotional and she is intuitive. It's that balance, right? And we have so many beautiful divine feminines doing the work, coming into balance, and it's time to shine that light. It's just really, really fucking amazing. If it relates to love, I'm seeing, earth sign, water sign. The air I'm seeing with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords, to me, is about getting out of the head. It's about the way we talk to each other. It's about clearing, having communication that's healing, clearing, honest, truthful. And there's so many layers to it, you guys. It's just crazy. And let's get one last message for Spring 2020 for the collective. One last message for Spring 2020 for the collective. Thank you. Beautiful. The Fates, you guys. There's another 8. It's going to be a lot of abundance this year for many. But it's always dependent on doing the work, right? And your perspective and aligning to it. So I feel like there's so much being put out there by healers, light workers, more so than ever, and especially about manifestation and abundance. But I think there is a lack of understanding and knowledge that the amount of work you have to do. But anyways, with the fates, these events we're going to see in the spring are fated. Whether they're the events in our lives, events collectively, again, the stars are calling to me of really galactic intervention, something like that, something that is almost like triggers this rise of the feminine, or like this explosion of kind of like feminine energy, is the best I can verbalize it to you right now. It's really beautiful. It's a lot about faith. And again, as I say that, I look at the 1 and the 7. This is really being balanced within, and having that spiritual strength and stamina to go through these storms and allow the universe to do what it does. There's something there with allowing in the spring, just kind of like, well, let's see what happens. I don't know. Again, it's general. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And we looked at summer, and the card for the overall energy collectively for the summer is door to value. It's abundance. It's opening that door to the light. It's seeing what's worth it, seeing what we value, changes in that perspective of what we value, coming from a more balanced place of mind, body, mind, heart, spirit, as a collective, individually too. I feel like whatever this fate is leads to this. And I love how I'm seeing that succession. It's almost like, I'm excited to see what comes out at the end, but we started with kind of new life, feeling new at the end of winter. And then what brings that, as we open our shell, things start to align, those stars, fated events that we're creating. We're more consciously aware that we're creating, and allowing these events to unfold. Let's see. I kind of got indecisive for a minute. Let me go back to this one. Tell me a little more about summer energy, this door to value, abundance. It's a 4 or 2, you guys, and we're in that 4 year. It feels like summertime might feel like things finally are lighting up. Things are lightening up, flowing a little more. What else can you tell us about summer? Thank you. Yeah, clearer, even more clarity, true north. It's really seeing where we need to put our focus, what's really worth our time, our effort, our energy. Where do we want to move, continue to move up, is what I'm seeing. This is my new deck I got for Christmas, and it's the Mystic Shaman, if anybody has it, but it's just 2 threes, 2. Summer could feel very balanced, or like things are balancing out. Could have a lot of assistance from Ascended Masters. We may have more publicity for Ascended Masters that are walking among us. Something in the summer, maybe with planetary alignments. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to look into it after this reading for sure. To me, it's the arrow. It's this, you know, we kind of have to pull everything. We have to pull the veil back. We have to, in order to propel forward. And always for me, when this to me, this kind of, and it doesn't have to be an arrow, but true north. It's always following that, the truth, and your truth, our truth. So it's almost like I'm kind of seeing, right, come out of the shell, things start to align, and now it's like, okay, more laser focus in the summer of really that value, that worth, where your energy goes, where our energy goes as a collective. What are we holding value to? See what else. A few tarot. Tell us a little more about summer 2020. July, August, September. Summer 2020. Thank you. Okay. I love that. Okay. So we have the Four of Earth. In this deck, this is the Good Tarot. She's like making an offering. And again, with this arrow, this door to value, this energy I'm getting is very much a knowing what's worth fighting for and letting go of the rest. The 9 of Water came out. It's wishes coming true with that door to abundance. For some of you, it could really like be ba-bam, hitting the jackpot. Again, this everything is coming together. Now I know exactly, almost like why things had to happen. Now I can see it. And then the Hermit came out, which is Virgo, and that's August, end of August to end of September. So could be something with timing there collectively or for you individually. 9, I'm seeing 2 9s. So we could be coming to really another ending or feeling completion, feeling like maybe it's almost like feeling like things have come full circle, you know, and I feel like the end of summer maybe might be a time with it being Virgo of going inward and kind of reflecting back of where this arrow is for some of you of, okay, you know, it's almost like I'm getting a sense of, for individuals, it's a sense of kind of feeling like things, again, have come full circle that during the summer. And it's, tell me a little more about this 4 of Pentacles. Here, 4, thank you. Ooh, King of Air. Yeah, it could be, okay, so again, if we're looking at anything romantic or people, is why you're watching. I'm seeing Virgo. I'm seeing now, we're seeing air signs. But again, air, the king of air, with this Four of Pentacles, it could be a little bit of letting go and cutting out anything that fucks with your inner peace. Because the Hermit's all about going inward, and this is the Nine of Water. Nine of Cups is all about, to me, this energy of feeling content, of happy. And so getting this, like, I've been through this shit, and by August, by summertime, it's like, I know where I'm headed. I know my worth. I know my value. Now it's time to cut the bullshit. It's time to let it all go and really just focus on me, my happiness. Again, there's this sense of don't fuck with my peace I'm getting in this kind of summertime energy. And let's end the summer with a message. Summer message, please. Okay, Spirit of the Collective, summer 2020, July, August, September 2020. Message. Stored value, the arrow. Let's clean it up. Yeah, it's again this, like, just making sure everything's, there's that 3 again. I'm seeing lots of 3s, which is interesting as we now are in this 4 year. But it's almost like you need that 3 of inner balance, mind, body, soul, before you can have that 4th of partnership. But with the clean it up, again, I'm getting this sense of kind of wrapping things up, like something is going to feel completed, and much more where we're headed, it is going to be much clearer. Again, this big theme of clarity this year, right? And then winter, overall energy, I just love. This is Magician in the Mirror. See, the 5 and 3, maybe some changes in the winter. Now that we've wrapped something up in the summer, it's time to shift focus, maybe. To me, it's very much an energy of balance, of co-creation, of working together, of clarity, with that mirror, seeing things clearly. Seeing what's reflected back at us, but I'm also getting the magic again, that it's really feels like by the end of the year, there will be more of this sense of collective magic, of belief in magic, of really, again, people seeing like magic, right in front of them kind of thing. It's really powerful. It feels very healing, like we're going to end the year feeling more clear about the future, more balance, more magical, abundant, high vibrational. It's really super amazing energy to end the year. I love it. So might be some more exposures too at the end of the year, maybe There's something with the mirror. I'm getting being shown something. His arms are open, and I'm getting this, like, the world will be shown something. Could be you as well. Any of us. Me too. Right? Individual, collective. What else can you tell us about the winter, this Magician in the Mirror energy that will end 2020 and collectively? Thank you. Oh, I love that. We saw the sacral chakra in the spring, right? Emotional healing. In this, with this Magician in the Mirror again, and these arms kind of open to the masses with the crown chakra. Very divine, very high vibrational, very multidimensional and magical. It again is this more and more seeing the magic, the divine in each other, in ourselves, in each other, and in our physical world. Tell me more about the crown chakra. What else about this crown chakra? It's that moon. So I have to see the moon. Have to see the moon in January, or January. Whoa. There may be no mistake with that, because I really think January 10th, that full moon lunar eclipse is big, but this is, oh, you know, it's interesting. I said winter, huh? This would be the fall that I'm asking about. Interesting. Huh. All right, we're just going to keep moving. Fall, we're looking at October, November, December. So I'll have to look what's going on with the moon, but we know it's about illusion again. Things being revealed, coming to the surface. Again, there's this energy of a mirror. Temperance just came out. Brings in balance. Again, unions. I feel like everything's cyclical. So it's interesting when I and any of us who do collective readings experience this of it can jump real quick sometimes in a reading. It can you can be picking up different scenarios, different storylines. But it's almost to me like we're going to end, like the new cycle begins. And now we're going to be able to see, again, the sense of where we're headed. Now we'll have the first year wrapping up of the new decade. And it feels like we're going to end it very balanced, much clearer. Oh, a few tarot. Let's see what else. Oh. Might be, I was getting this coming back around sense. Might be for some of you, an opportunity that was missed in the past is going to come back around. Those just came flying, okay. Some fire signs. This could be specific for fire signs. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. For some, it could be a masculine energy coming in from the past. Collectively, I'm kind of seeing this as leadership, like a change, something more passion, divinely inspired. Saying the orange to you guys. I don't know what that means. Something in the physical world with the Three of Pentacles coming in the fall of 2020. Balanced partnerships working together for the great. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of, with this King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Four of Cups, collectively, energy is this more balanced approach to working together. It comes from the divine. It's, again, passionate. It's about what's for the highest good of the people, what works in balance for us all. Yeah, and there it's the happy family came out. So we're always learning, and what I'm feeling as the year will end is a lot of change and really great positive healing, lots of awakening, ascensions, leveling up, not just individually, but as a collective and on like a very mass scale. Again, things coming to light to the masses. But then I'm seeing this, we come to the end of the year, we've made this progress. Now it's time to reflect, of course, right? Look at what worked, what didn't, what's working, what's not, and how we move forward in this, I love the rainbow, the 7 decades that were prophesized. There's so many things, you guys, that have been prophesized about 2020. It's going to be interesting how it all plays out. And I'm super stoked to be a part of it. And I was looking for this deck to close it up. So, message for the winter of 2020. Let's end it with a message for the winter of 2020. Last message for winter 2020. October, November, December of 2020. Ooh. 2. We shall see. Okay. So more divine partnerships, more balanced soul families, soul groups working together. I'm seeing really that magic happening when we bring together and we are aligned from the soul. It's beautiful and assisting. I feel like this is, again, there's this sense of it's all going to come back around, right? Of really just, when I look at this angel of love at the beginning, right? It's this love conquers all. And I know that sounds cheesy as fuck, you guys. I do. I've thought about that. Like, okay, I'm going to pop on and talk, and sometimes it's cheesy. It's all about love, and it is. But this, in getting this energy of, again, we see a 5, 4s, 7s, of just really being in a higher level of consciousness, collectively, individually, working with like-minded people of higher consciousness, and doing that to assist others, to assist the collective, so that we can all work together, so we can all see the magic when we look in the mirror, because it's really, right, about teaching by being, and magic starts by knowing it's you. You're the magic. So Spirit wants us to end it there, my loves. And I hope you enjoyed. I did too. It's definitely very different for me. And hope things came out clearly. Again, as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. If it did resonate, or some things were kind of like, ooh, and you want to get into your specific situation, don't hesitate to reach out, set up a private session. I can tell you that this is the best job ever, and I'm so, so grateful. I'm sending you all shit tons of love, light, and gratitude. Bye, y'all.